What it to you too? It's been months and months and months and who knows how long it's been. Just know it's been a long time. If you had watched, if you've watched me, this is a completely different content as you can see. I went through a lot of stuff since the last time I dropped a video. A lot. And getting right with God, just a whole bunch. And I went through a time where I felt like I wanted to rebrand my content. I didn't want to be known for like pranking people and doing 20v1s and shit like that, bro. Like that's just not, yeah, it's not shit that I do anymore for real. Now, as far as my bad, let me turn this off. As far as other stuff though, we're back. We're switching up the content to day trading content. I'm going to be teaching people you can basically quit your 9 to 5 and work from home, make money from home. The great thing about this is I've been trading for like 3 years now. Has people really believed in it? No. But, you know, what did they say about the rich? One thing about wealthy people I've learned is that they all started out delusional. They all started out delusional. And without that delusion, they wouldn't be where they are today. People are always going to tell you, hey, you can't do this, you can't do that, or this didn't work for me, da-da-da. It's not their life. You know, for me, from a religious standpoint at least, I believe God has a plan for all of us. And it's not a bad plan. It's going to be good, whatever the case may be. I want to use what he's been doing for me to show y'all that more than just like, besides the money and the ability to be able to do this, none of it would be possible without God. I just want to make sure we have that clear. Like, without God, I wouldn't have the ability to do this. I wouldn't have the breath in my lungs in the morning to get up and do this. So let's make sure we have God first. I feel like if you put God first in what you do, you'll see success in your life. You'll see success come in your life. You'll see peace come in your life. Because even if you get success without him, I bet you won't be peaceful in the long run. But that's besides the point. Let's get to what we came here to talk about. We're here to talk about day trading. So, over the last 3 years, I've been day trading. I wasn't profitable for about up until like now. So, like 2.5 years. Maybe a little bit more than that. But, yeah. It took some time. It took endless losses, endless blood, sweat, tears. It's starting to pay off. I just want to come here to show y'all. Currently, we're looking at Euro USD, which is the euro versus the dollar pair. We are looking to buy it as in a going higher. The reason we're looking to buy it, and if y'all want me to drop videos of like teaching, like day-to-day teaching, day trading, because this is going to be a short video based on my daily buys. My daily buys is obviously a buy setup because we drop, wait, hold on, let me move this out the camera. Look at the daily buys, 4 hour, we're in a nice uptrend. I mean, we're obviously within a range right here, but we've also broken out the cloud. For me, I use the cloud and also basic price action. I think we're going to push higher after this huge sell-off we had for 2 weeks. Especially as Euro USD is a pair that only moves like 90 to 120 pips a day. It's a very slow pair. Not a lot of movement throughout the daily. But my bias though right now is a buy. I'm currently in a buy actually whole time. So I will let y'all know how it plays out in the long run. This is mainly just like a coming back video. It's been a long time. Welcome back. I pray that, y'all enjoy my content. I pray that I can help people that actually want to learn and invest their time into this because it will pay off in the long run. Even if this is not your full-time thing, this can be an amazing side hustle. An amazing side hustle. There's literally no cap on how much money you can make. Literally no cap. Matter of fact, I actually have a screenshot of where I had like a $5,000 or $10,000 trade, which was crazy. Which was actually crazy. That's when I really knew, like, yo, I can really make something happen with this. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, it was close, but it wasn't exactly that. I can't show too much, but if you could see, if it'll focus, say 3.4 right there. I don't know if it'll focus, but it says 3.4 though. And that was in a day. How many people do you know realistically are making 3.4 in a day? Or even making 500 in a day, 200 in a day, $300 in a day? You know? And this isn't within the full day. Like, these moves, you can make so much money within the matter of 10 minutes off this. Takes that plays a part whether how it'll go or not for the day, but it's definitely possible and it happens very often. I will say that. That's what I will say about it. But I will come back to y'all later. I want to see how the trade plays out. This is just a welcome back, y'all. I hope y'all enjoy, and I hope y'all stick with the journey, and let's see how far we can really go with it. Deuces. All right, y'all. We're back. I told y'all we were going to see how the trade played out. So let's take a look. Let's drop down on the lower time frame. You can see price went up to where I had targeted up here. If y'all remember what I talked about earlier, we did win the trade. I caught a good bit. I won't disclose about how much money and stuff because I don't like to talk about that. But we did win this trade off the entry down here, the retest of the cloud. So let's talk about why I thought this trade, like how did I see this trade, how did I, well, not see it, but it's like what made me have this bias to take this trade, what made me take the trade. All right, so if we take a look over the last 2 weeks, so these previous two candles, right, so the last 2 weeks we had a lot of selling. It was just sell-off week, and that was just retracement to fill in the weekly gap that was here of this price imbalance. Overall, you can see the market structure is a buy. We're bullish. We're overall bullish on the weekly time frame. So Euro USD is a pair that doesn't move often. Well, not that it doesn't move often. It doesn't do a lot of pips in one day, or points, pips or points, whatever you want to call it. So it typically does only maybe 90, maybe max 150 pips a day. So it's not a lot of movement compared to like gold, US 30, stuff like that. And don't ask why I got the shirt on my head. You know, you know. And it's hot out. But it doesn't move a lot. So, with that being said, with this huge sell-off filling in price action, and we swept the previous lows of that imbalance. With that being said, we know that there's exhaustion in the market. It can only go but so much further. Your USD doesn't move a lot. So off of me just experiencing the market, that's just experience of trading this. This is why I started to trade. When I first started trading, I just came back to it just because this is what my live account is with. With that being said though, your USD doesn't move a lot. So my point of interest would be that weekly gap. So within this area. Now, I did trade within this. You can, if you were selling during this, shout out to you. It's great retracement. This is a good mark. If you look from here, 182 all the way down to the low of 155. That's 300 pips in the total of 2 weeks. It's pretty solid, and you definitely could have made some money selling it. Now, for this week though, I knew coming in that we were going to buy off. We done filled in the gap. We've went lower, swept these lows on the 4 hour, and we were showing bullish price action towards the end of last week. So, with that being said, I knew we were, and I was just waiting for a pullback at this point because it didn't make sense to enter up here trying to chase a trade. Yes, it did continue to go up, but then I would have to deal with all this nonsense in between. Pointless. Might as well just wait till you reach your point of interest. So with that going said, the last 2 days I've been looking for a market to come back around this area right here to fill in this imbalance or at least test it. And then we also have I forget what this is called. It's not the Keatonson, it's the other one. But we also have this hook file, so there's resistance here on top of that, so it's showing a level of resistance. We're already bullish on top of that. So at that point, once we see the market come back to here, I like the 15-minute just to see that extra confluence. So you can see, when was this? The 22nd? So this was earlier today. So we dipped down, swept these lows, and then we closed like this wick. So once I seen this candle close earlier this morning, I said, boom, if we can close above this candle with an impulse candle on top of it, then that's solid logic that we're buying, that there's buying pressure in the market. I mean, I just really wanted to see the close, but then we got that bonus of the impulse. So now, off of that, I missed this one, so I'd have to wait for retest. Usually I would enter around here off the rip, but because I missed it due to me being lazy and sleeping, it is what it is. Whatever. And luckily, it came back and retest. Boom. Enter off that wick, or a little bit higher. Enter somewhere around here. And then just let the trade play out from there. Overall buys of the day. I told you I was looking for a buy. A lot of this is due to just experience of trading a pair. One thing I'll say is that I don't bounce in between pairs. I don't watch GBP, JPY, gold, US 30. I don't watch a whole bunch of pairs. The pair I trade is the pair I watch. It's simple as that. Because it's too much to focus on with that many pairs. On top of that, I don't have a whole bunch of screens to be looking at that. Patience. Patience is heavy because as soon as you become impatient, you fall into taking unnecessary trades. You just fall into this thing where you just take unnecessary trades because you're trying to force it. You're trying to force the money. You have to let the money come naturally. It's just a fact. If you wait for your strategy, quote unquote, or your or just where your point of interest is, what you're looking for in the market, 9 times out of 10 you'll be profitable. I promise you. But we go through human emotions. So with that human emotions, it plays a part in your trading, but it's something you have to overcome. And that's why I'm heavy on getting right with God. But that's just my point of view. I'm here to share it with y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Hope y'all learned something. If y'all want me to get into teaching strategies and stuff like that, let me know in the comments below. But other than that, I'll see you next time. Staying profitable, y'all.